kingdom under the whole heaven shall be given to the people of the saints of the Most High, whose kingdom is an everlasting kingdom, and all dominions shall serve him, shall serve and obey him, which goes back to the blessing that Jacob got. Let's get it. Genesis the 27th chapter, man. Let's get it, man. It's cold, man. Let me see here. I'll find it up. Go back my thing. Let me see. Let my hands warm up a bit. We're gonna keep the fire coming out. Alright? That's how this devil going down. It's by the word, man. Right? So this is what Isaac told our forefather Jacob when he supplanted his father, right? But the Lord already told him from the beginning, his mother, that the elder shall serve the younger. Esau had to serve us, man, right? And it's going to play out. Verse 29. And his father Isaac said unto him, Come now and kiss me, my son. And he came there and kissed him. And he smelled the smell of his raiment, and blessed him and said, See, the smell of my son is the smell of the field, which the Lord hath blessed. Therefore the Most High, and that was all spiritual. That's why Isaac was blind, man. This is all the Most High's program. Therefore the Most High give thee the dew of heaven, and the fatness of the earth, and plenty of corn and wine. We're going to get all the resources. We're going to get the planet Earth and the universe, man. Let people serve thee, and nations bow down to thee. Be Lord over thy brethren, Esau, man. And let thy mother's son bow to thee. Esau has to bow to us. Curse be everyone that curseth thee, and bless be he that bless thee. Because you had in the scripture also Balak wanted Balaam, who was a prophet for hire, to curse the Israelites, man. And he couldn't, man. Alright? Matter of fact, let's get that. Numbers the 23rd chapter. Right, so that's what Lazarus represents, the elect, man. The followers of Yahawah Shemiah Shah, man. Right? Numbers 23:23. Surely there's no enchantment against Jacob, neither is any divination against Israel. According to this time it shall be said of Jacob and of Israel, what has the Most High wrought? Ain't no spell or enchantment that's working against the Israel of the Most High. Alright? It's all about the Israel of the Most High, man. The elect. The sons of the living power, man. That's why Balaam said this. Numbers 24. Numbers 24:15. And he said, he took up this parable and said, Balaam the son of Beor hath said, and the man whose eyes are open hath said, he was in a trance. He hath said, which heard the words of the Most High, and knew the knowledge of the Most High, which saw the vision of the Almighty, falling into a trance, but having his eyes open. I shall see him, but not now. I shall behold him, but not nigh. It shall come a star out of Jacob. Who's that star that's going to come out of Jacob? Genesis 49th chapter, Yahawashi. That's another, you got a lot of blasphemy. But I'm going to get scriptures on that too, man. Like the elders and apostles say, we're not going back and forth with you guys no more, man. You can't accept Yahawashi. You have a problem with the signs. You have a problem with the northern kingdom. To you, all tribes got to be black. You guys don't present no proof, no scriptures, no nothing, man. Most of you guys, you cowards, don't even show your face, man. And the guys who do show their face and supposedly teach never come out to the streets, because the Most High, the Spirit, is not with you, man. scripture said, man, what? The wicked flee for no man pursue them, but the righteous are bold as a lion. You guys are not bold in the spirit. That's why you scoff on the common board the way you do, man. Alright? Scripture says, Numbers 24, verse 17, I shall see him, but not nigh. I shall behold him, but not nigh. There shall come a star of Jacob, and a scepter shall not rise out of Israel. And he shall smite the corners of Moab, which he was a Moabite, and destroy all the children of Seth. And Edom shall be a possession. There you go. There you go, man. The rich man. Alright? Seir also shall be a possession for his enemies. He's going to take your land. And Israel shall do valiantly, man. Out of Jacob shall come he that shall have dominion, and shall destroy him that remaineth of the city. And verse 20. Okay? And all these rich men, because Amalek is one of the chief sons of Esau. Alright? These so-called Jews, man. And when he looked on Amalek, he took up this parable and said, Amalek was the first of the nations. Right now they're ruling. The so-called elites, the Illuminati. Alright? The supposedly the enlightened ones. Alright? Who works are in the dark, who said, who seeth us and who knows us. And he looked on Amalek, he took up this parable and said, Amalek was the first of the nations. Because right now they're ruling. Alright? Right now they have the fatness and the dew of heaven. Okay? They're pilgrimage on the planet Earth, controlling people, resources. They want to overthrow this guy Maduro in Venezuela. They have their smear campaign, their propaganda, their media, and then they're going to go do the rest. Alright? That's all going to keep leading to the Third World War. Let's read on though. It says, he took up his parable and said, Amalek was first of the nations, but his latter end shall be that he perish ever. So Esau, so-called white man today, they're ruling right now because the Most High set it up, but they're going to perish forever. Okay? They're the wicked, man. Alright? You should want that, man. You should want that, man. But you Israelites, you got comfortable. Okay? You're comfortable with the crumbs that fall off this table, man. You're comfortable with oppression. That's what scripture says, trust not in oppression, man. That's what the Most High said, Jeremiah chapter 2, verse 14. Jeremiah chapter 2, verse 14. It says, is Israel a servant? Is he a homeborn slave? Why is he spoiled? Most High is asking that question. Why, man? Most High is like, why are you guys always going into captivity? You guys must love it, man. That's what he said in Isaiah, the 1st chapter. Why should be stricken anymore? It doesn't make any sense, man. Okay? That's what the Most High is going to do, his final work piece, which is just to destroy you, man. Is Israel a servant? Is he a homeborn slave? Why is he spoiled? Alright? So ultimately, like the Most High said, you're Sodom's children. Alright? But wait for my answer one more bit. Matter of fact, about foolish questions, let me get that, man. We don't entertain questions like that, man. You that write foolish statements, you ignore people.
They
like
want us to shoot them.
Right? You're not worth the time. You're not worth the energy because we're in the last quarter. Who has time for that? We don't got time for that. 2 Timothy chapter 2, verse 23. But foolish and unlearned questions avoid, knowing that they do gender strifes. Let's read it again. 2 Timothy chapter 2, verse 23. It says, but foolish and unlearned questions avoid, man. Unlearned questions, foolish questions, Like they say in the world, there's no such thing as a stupid question. Yes, there is, man, according to the scriptures, man. All right? You don't entertain stupid statements, man. Matter of fact, what did Job say? I'm going to show you what the Lord did too. We get Job chapter 15. This is one of Job's friends. Then answered Eliphaz the Temanite and said, should a wise man utter vain knowledge and fill his belly with the east wind? Should he reason with unprofitable talk, or with speeches wherewith he can do no good? Yea, thou castest off fear and restrainest prayer before the Most High. For thy mouth uttereth thine iniquity, and thou choosest the tongue of the crafty, man. So should a wise man utter vain knowledge, empty knowledge, idle speech, idle conversation? No, man, and we're not going to entertain that, man. All right? Because you guys is doing that, you utter an iniquity. That's what scripture says, when you come to the house of the Lord, you've been willing to hear that to give the sacrifice of a fool. All right? That's what scripture says, man. How long will these simple ones, man, love simplicity, man, and scorn is delight and scorn it, and fools hate knowledge, man. See, they come on there and they think they're the master teacher, all right? Especially a lot of these women be saying some bugged out. You woman, your place is somewhere in the back, man. You don't have a say in this thing, man. All right, just out of order, man. They try to teach the scriptures, man. And the scripture tells you you're supposed to keep your mouth shut, man. And they know they're supposed to be their Israelites. They got the head wraps and all of that. You're not fooling nobody, man. A lot of you are just devils in dresses, man. Alright? Most of you, man. You want to put on this facade, man. Like you're righteous, man. You're a demon, man. Because you hate order, man. Right? Trying to instruct men on the common world what they can and can't do. Just shut the hell up, man. Especially that video where we said we're brothers gonna have got the video what I called it. Or the Israelite man gonna be put back in his rightful position. Most of them scoffers on the video were women, man. See? Because they're not down with this knowledge, man. Scripture tell you the head of the woman is a man. Alright? An Israelite man is going to have his heart's desire. A lot of women, man. And nothing you hold, you can't, nothing you can do about it. Alright? You see? Y'all don't want to be in subjection, and that's okay. Alright? You're going to die along with your slave master. That's all, man. Because he's about to turn on y'all, man. See, he's ready to start cutting benefits. He's going to start cutting that welfare program. Okay? That y'all been, misusing for how long? Right? Gaming the system, man. Sitting on your ass doing absolutely nothing. Talking shit, man. That's what these women be doing, man. Then they learn they're Israelite and they try to be a teacher on the common board, man. I know you got a lot of these Yah Israelites, okay? Which I don't know where them bug outs come from. But the 12 tribes are only black people, man. They got a problem with the signs and this, that, and the third. Click on their page, nothing. So why entertain men like that? Why? Where's your works, man? We get James 2. Let's see if Yahawashi, and we get James after this. Let's see if Yahawashi entertain foolish questions. Man. Let's go to the master teacher himself. Matthew chapter 21. Matthew, the 21st chapter. I believe it's maybe 5. Let's see. There you go. Matthew chapter 21, verse 23. This is the Pharisees. And when he was coming to the temple, the chief priests and the elders of the people came unto him as he was teaching, and said, by what authority doest thou these things? And who gave thee this authority? So they challenge, and that's what people say to us. Okay? Because they look at you a bunch of niggas. These guys don't know nothing. Okay? Which no so-called biblical seminary scholar could stand before brothers, man. None. They send that clown James White. You had that dude Rakar from GOCC, which he's bugged out. He cut that guy in the second debate, man. And you see James White, he don't even pull scriptures, man. This guy talking about you should get this book and get that book. What about the book? Okay? And that's how all these Edomites, they speak in circles, man. We cut straight to the point, which is the word, man. And then he started attacking the validity of the text. Talking about, oh, the King James, how you know it's... See, that guy might be a Jesuit, man. Because only Jesuits do shit like that. But let me read on. It says, when he came into the temple, the chief priests and the elders of the people came unto him as he was teaching and said, by what authority doest thou these things? When who gave thee this authority? Yahawashi said unto them, I will seek to ask you one thing, which if he tell me, I am likewise will tell you by what authority I do these things. So the Lord said, before I answer that question, I'm going to ask you a question. That's what we're telling you guys to prove your point, which you can't. Prove all things. The baptism of John, whence was it? From heaven or of men? And they reasoned with themselves, saying, if we shall say from heaven, he will say unto us, why did he not then believe him? But if we say of men, we fear the people, for all hold John as a prophet. Then they answered Yahawashi and said, we cannot tell. And he said unto them, not to tell I you by what authority I do these things. I'm not answering your question, man. You can't answer my question, I'm not answering your question. And that's just that. So if you can't prove what you're saying, why are we going to entertain that, man? We're not entertaining that. Keep condemning yourself, alright? That's why the scripture says, get Proverbs 14. Ooh, let me warm up a bit. Proverbs chapter 14, verse 7. Oh, it's starting to set in now. Proverbs 14 and 7. Go from the presence of a foolish man when thou perceiveth not in him the lips of knowledge, man. Truth says, run from a man like that, man. Because why? It also says in Proverbs 26, verse 4. Answer not a fool according to his folly, his foolishness, lest thou also be like unto him, man. Alright? You start answering or entertaining a fool, Scripture considers you to be what? A bigger fool, man. Alright? See what I'm saying? Alright, so but you're gonna have scoffers and scorners though, man. It's already written, that's gonna happen. See? Like I said, we're gonna keep